The doctor did not look important. He wore a plain white coat. His office was small. The walls were grey. A soft light hummed above us. I sat on the metal chair and held out my arm. "This will only take a moment," he said. I nodded. I had done this before. Blood test, health check, routine. The needle slid in. A small sting. Dark red filled the vial. He labeled it with my name. Elias Ward, human, colony citizen. That last word still felt strange. Citizen, not refugee, not survivor. Humanity had arrived in this sector only 12 years ago. We were still new, still watched. "Results will process in a few minutes," the doctor said. I looked through the glass wall of the lab. Beyond it stood 2 armored guards of the Varelian Empire. Tall, silver skin, eyes like molten gold. They watched everything. The Varelians ruled half this spiral arm. Their queen ruled them all. Had never expected to see her. The door at the far end of the hall opened. Every guard straightened. The air felt heavier. She entered without sound. The Queen of Virell. Her skin shimmered like starlight on water. A crown of living crystal rested above her brow. Her gaze swept the room and stopped on me. My heart beat faster. The doctor bowed low. "Your Majesty, the sample is ready." She stepped closer to the console. Her fingers hovered over the screen. Symbols flowed in blue light. This human volunteered for genetic compatibility testing. She asked, "Yes, Your Majesty." As part of the integration program. She glanced at me. "You understand the risk?" "I do," I said. It was true. The Empire had begun limited gene pairing trials. Not reproduction. Just compatibility. Our biology was rare, adaptable, resistant to radiation. Strong immune systems. They wanted to know how we fit into the galactic web. The machine chimed. The doctor frowned. "That is not possible," he whispered. The Queen's eyes narrowed. "Explain." The screen turned red. Lines of code flashed. A crest appeared. A symbol shaped like a spiral sun. Even I recognized it. It was on every banner, every ship, every world claimed by Varel, royal genetic marker. The doctor's hands trembled. "This DNA sequence matches the royal lineage. 47% alignment. It is direct. It is ancient." Silence filled the lab. The guards shifted but did not speak. The Queen stepped closer to the screen. Her voice dropped. "Run it again." The machine hummed. The result did not change. She turned to me. "How old are you?" 26. "Where were you born?" "Earth, northern continent." Her gaze sharpened. "Your parents, scientists?" "They worked on deep space transmission." The Queen looked back at the screen. "Your genome carries the prime spiral code. That code exists only in my bloodline. It cannot be copied. It cannot be engineered. It predates our recorded history." I felt cold. "That is not possible," I said. The doctor swallowed. "Your Majesty, there are legends of a lost expedition 10,000 cycles ago. Before the first expansion." The Queen said nothing. The doctor continued. "Records speak of a royal scout vessel that vanished near a primitive blue star. Coordinates match the Sol system. My breath caught Earth. The Queen's expression changed. Not anger, not fear. Something deeper. Ancient Varelian explorers seeded life on many worlds. she said slowly. But the prime spiral code was never meant to leave the core. She studied me as if seeing a ghost. You carry it naturally. It is woven through your cells, not implanted, not altered. I looked at my hands. They looked the same as always, human, ordinary. I am human, I said. Yes, she replied, and more. The guards lowered their weapons. The Queen walked around me once, slow. Measuring your species has survived plagues, nuclear fire, climate collapse. You adapted to each trial. We had no choice, I said. She nodded. That is the mark of our blood. Adaptation, persistence. The doctor looked overwhelmed. Your Majesty, if the public learns that a human carries royal DNA, they will learn, she said. Truth cannot remain buried. She faced me fully. In our law, the prime spiral marks direct kin of the throne. You are of my line, distant beyond count, yet real. I do not want a throne, I said quickly. A faint smile touched her lips. Few who deserve it ever do. I shook my head. I am a technician. I repair atmospheric processes. I fix broken things. She stepped closer. Her voice softened. That is what rulers must do. Repair what is broken. The weight of her words pressed on me. What does this mean? I asked. It means, she said, that humanity is not an accident in this galaxy. You are not outsiders. You are family. The doctor exhaled slowly. For generations we believed the lost expedition failed, the Queen continued. Instead, they planted a branch of our line in secret. It grew on a harsh world. It became strong. She looked toward the stars beyond the lab window, perhaps stronger than we are. I found my voice. If we share blood, then why did you watch us from a distance? Why treat us as tests? A guard stiffened, but the Queen raised her hand. Because we forgot, she said. Empires grow old. They grow cautious. They fear what is new. She met my eyes. You remind us that survival belongs to those who endure change. The lab doors opened. Advisors rushed in. Holographic displays lit the air. News traveled fast. The Queen lifted her hand and silence fell. Send this data to the High Council, she ordered. Prepare a public address. She turned back to me. You will stand beside me. I am not trained for politics, I said. You were trained for survival, she answered. That is enough. Hours later, we stood on the balcony of the Imperial Palace. Billions watched across thousands of worlds. I felt small. The Queen's voice carried across the stars. Today, we rediscover our lost kin. The people of Earth carry the prime spiral. They are not subjects. They are not experiments. They are heirs to the same ancient fire. Gasps rippled through the crowd below. She gestured to me. This human stands as proof that our blood thrives beyond our core. Let this mark the end of doubt. The Empire will not conquer Earth. We will welcome it. The silence that followed was vast. Then applause rose like thunder. I looked at the sea of silver faces. For the first time, I did not feel alone among them. The Queen leaned close. History will say this moment changed the Empire, she said quietly. Why? I asked. Because we believed greatness was confined to our throne, she replied. Today, we learn it can bloom on distant soil. I thought of Earth, of storms and cities and stubborn people who refused to quit. We had fought for every breath. We had earned our place. The Queen raised our joined hands. Across the stars a message spread. Humanity was not a footnote. We're not an accident. We were part of the royal family, and the galaxy would never see us as weak again.